Hello, hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Hello, everybody. I hope you're well. I hope your day is going all right. I'm just trying to get things together here on, just so you know, Friday. I'm going to be on the Way of Positive Change. Lori and I are going to, I've been joking for a long time that what we should do is, I hope you're well, Kathy Anderson. Sorry, always have time for a distinguished vet. The best of us. Anyway, on Friday, Lori from the Wave of Positive Change, I've been joking for a long time that what we should, because she comes on about 3 times a week at like 11 o'clock. And then I come on at noon. And I've been joking for a long time that we should do like a handoff like they do on MSNBC. So I need to turn this lamp off. And we're sort of going to do that, I guess, because we're going to, I'm going to be on her channel at 11. And then at noon, we're just going to switch right over to here. And don't worry, because the link will be right there. This will be easy, very easy. Just be like, oh, okay, we're going there. Click, we're there. It should be that easy. And I'll have the link set up as well. So, all right. But I do not want to miss a day here. So I want to keep up my streak. So, okay. Also, Saturday night for my long-suffering patrons, thank you. We have our monthly patron-only thing. It's Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Time in the U.S., and it usually goes on for a couple hours. And we talk about anything and everything, basically anything not politics related. And I think my favorite has been, I'd have to say my favorite's been Mae West. That was fun. But anyway. But mostly my patrons, thank you so much. You're helping me put this on every day. Is really the main thing, and I'm grateful. Thank you. And to everybody who's been donating through PayPal, thank you. Okay, so I am here 365 days of the year to take 12 at 12, 12 of your political questions at 12 noon, and I have my little notebook here, and I have space right here, and the lighting is really bright. But I have a space right there for your questions. I have my cards. I have my little rack here, little heart, done with love. And I got a new deck. Oh, you can scroll down to after this is done, you can go down to the description box or the pinned first comment, because I'll type out all the questions from today and timestamp them. You can just click on the numbers and go straight to things. So I jibber jabber at the beginning and we talk and I get your questions. But anyway, I got a new deck. I only had to draw close on one of them. I think I did a pretty good job on this. But anyway, of course I have the covers over there. The Light Seers Tarot. I really like how diverse it is. Love that. And it's really good, but there are a couple, I'd used this today, but there are a couple of these cards where I'm so visual and I go into, I'm in this alpha state, so that I have to think about I actually, a couple of times I caught myself suddenly having forgotten the meaning of the original card, like what the original, forgetting what the original card looked like from Rider Waite. And it was like, I do this every day. How can I not remember? And because a couple of them are just so different. So it was like, oh yeah, okay. What? That has nothing to do with this. But it's still pretty good. So we may, I'm going to have to get used to a couple of them, but we may give that a whirl. It is lovely. And also, I liked Celtic Tarot Sheila. She uses a card from Etsy that explains the meanings of the cards, which I always thought was kind of fun. I got a version of that that I thought might broaden horizons, give it a whirl, and just see if there's anything extra on here that, I don't know, just for fun. Then I just realized just now when I went to grab it that I haven't drawn clothes on some of them yet, so I can't use this yet because that's what I do. And I know it seems silly to you, but that's just how it is. Okay. All right. So I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to look for anything in all caps. That's how you ask me questions. And yeah, let's do the thing. Let's do this. All right, moving stuff aside, putting that there, getting a drink, scrolling up, and let's see what we can do here. All right, Smooth. My question for today: does E. Jean Carroll have DNA evidence to prove Trump's lying? I'm tempted to back out to try to turn down the whiteness because it got suddenly brighter and I'm completely whited out. Yoy. All right. E. Jean Carroll. DNA evidence. I have read on this in the past, a long time ago. And the energy was awful. And I mean, so awful that it was like, oh, well, I can't be on his jury for this trial because I believe her completely, energetically. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to bug me. I hate to do this. I'm so sorry, but I've got to back out to just turn down the light. I can't. I feel gross. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. Hold, please. It'll take me just a second. Hi, sorry about that. Okay, that's better. I actually have features now. Thank you for putting up with me. Okay, so I'm gonna, E. Jean Carroll, does she have DNA evidence? Okay, let me see here. Um, Dave, I'm getting used to several decks. It's starting to congeal. Good. Pammy, Autumn, I draw clothes on my cards too, thanks to you. Sharon, Autumn, you're very sweet. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Pamela, will gun laws change? Okay, will gun laws change? Okay, I've got that. All right, that'll be number 2. Draw clothes. Some of the characters on tarot cards are often naked, and I just give them little wraps with a Sharpie. I actually got colored Sharpies, so it can blend a little bit better. I don't want to get demonetized, so, and I try to keep things very, very clean. I don't know if this channel is safe for work, but I try to make it safe for work, like it at that level of clean. I don't swear. I don't. Topics that come up sometimes are, but yeah. Anyway, okay. Quinoa, will Sydney Powell's lame excuse work with jurors? Her. My brain was like jurors, and my brain immediately went to Minneapolis. She argues. Okay, 4 hours ago, Sydney Powell argues in a new court filing no reasonable people would believe her election fraud claims. That's her argument is nobody would believe what I said. Okay, well, Sydney. Powell's lame argument work. Okay, that'll be number 3. I don't know that have I read on her? I may have, but I don't remember it. I don't know. Just all the gunk just kind of blends together sometimes. Shays, will DC become the 51st state? I have read on this multiple times, and I keep getting the same answer, which is I read Washington DC and Puerto Rico. They're eventually, but and since I even started reading on it immediately. I heard over and over 54, 54, 54, 54. So I wonder if we're going to get to 54 in relatively short order, because I believe you have to do 2 at a time. I'm not sure. Somebody said that in the chat, and they had some kind of reasoning behind it, and it's like, okay, but that could be wrong. But I heard 54, 54, 54. So I don't think the 2 at a time is. What do I know? As I say, my ignorance is vast, and I just chip away at it every day. So I got 54. So will it eventually? It's going to take a while, though. It's going to take a while. But I got yes for both Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico. Okay. Just write hold music. 1 moment, please. Yes. Hello, Angela. Pamela, motive for the shooter. You know what? I'm feeling over time, I'm feeling increasingly uncomfortable giving these jerks any airtime. It's a very reasonable question. There's nothing negative against you at all. It just, I'm getting a feeling of myself, and even kind of a feeling maybe, you know, guide-ish feeling. It's just like, it doesn't, these people are so vile and so awful that it doesn't, it may matter to the victims' families, but yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that today, and we'll have to see going forward if that's gonna go on my very short list of things I don't read on, just because enough. Not to you, to these people who do these shootings. Enough, enough. And now I'm gonna start crying. Okay, I'm sorry, Pamela. Aronson, your call is very important to us. It is. It very much is. Okay, YouTube just dumped a whole bunch of stuff. Let me see what we've got here. Janie, can you do a reading on Meghan McCain? Is toy? I don't know what you mean by toy, but I can read on Meghan McCain. Just is she a Trumpster? I'm sorry, I'm so out of the loop. Okay, got it. I so loved that video with Whoopi Goldberg. We came on some kind of tear and got back to Whoopi, and she just went, okay. Anyway. Marie, will the Lincoln Project be disbanded? Okay. Lincoln Project. Be disbanded. Yeah. Nothing like having a PR nightmare, because you've actually had a nightmare human being in the organization. Mari, happy Tuesday, Autumn. Good day, everyone. Hello, hello. Purple Tuesday. And let's see. Still looking for anything in all caps. Ingla, I'm sorry for the Coloradians. Isn't the illness enough? Agreed. Patricia, will we start infrastructure before taking care of the border problems? Oh, okay. Infrastructure, border. Okay. Which comes first? Infrastructure or border crisis? Got it. That'll be number 6. Okay, got it. Thank you. So sorry. David, 54 states. What are the other 2? I don't know. People had some good suggestions in the chat. All I got was yes and 54. And it was like, that was it. And that is the sum total of all I've ever picked up on it. So maybe we're going to be at 54 for a long time. I don't know. 50 was nice. 50 was a nice round number. But people need to be able to vote. I mean, the whole kind of point was no taxation without representation. And you should be able to vote. It's kind of our thing. It was kind of the point. It is why they literally threw the equivalent of millions of dollars by modern calculations, like in inflation, modern money. They literally threw millions upon millions of dollars of tea into Boston Harbor. Yeah, so it's really fascinating. I don't know if you guys know about this, but you know those really expensive chocolate bars you get that they're usually just a big rectangle, right? Big rectangle. They're cardboard, perfect, and then foil on the inside. Picture that, but it's actually compressed tea. And what people would do is they'd take a knife and they'd literally shave little pieces off the end, just a little, to go into the pot. So one of those blocks could, and it was the size, it could potentially last you, I think somebody said like a year. Which seems kind of crazy. It would last you a long time anyway, a really long time. And because of that, because they were so compressed, so they could ship and what have you, that a whole crate of those was hecka expensive, crazy expensive. And so when they went on board and they were tossing literally the equivalent of throwing millions of dollars of tea in the harbor. Kind of our thing. Anyway. Got that? I've got the infrastructure or border problems. Mims, I've never heard of the 2 at a time thing. That's now how other states came into being, just saying, that's what I thought. And it's probably true. I don't know. Ian, 2054. You know, that could be a thing. That could be it. 2054, 54, 54, 54, 54, 54, 54. Could be states, could be 2054. That's a good thought, Ian. Thank you. Patty, will the Social Security age of retirement be changed to lower the age to 67? Has it been bumped up to 70? Honestly, I don't know currently where it's at. Will Social Security age retirement? I thought it was you can retire at 65 to get partial benefits and if you wait until you're 70, you get full benefits. Retirement. Go down. I hate to say it, or up. So I'm going to look at that too. Will it go down? Will it go up? Anyway. Susan, I bet Guam and American Virgin Islands could be. Okay. Excuse me. Pamela, that's bad mojo. What's bad mojo? Okay. Michelle, will Fox News pundits become irrelevant? Well, don't they have Kaylee Cockamamie now? Will Fox News pundits become irrelevant? Let's have a look at that. That'll be number 8. Okay. Oh, Sherry, I used to work at the gym next to that King Supers in Colorado. Went there all the time. My heart is broken. I came here for support. Oh, dear heart. Sending you as much good energy as I can, Sherry. and to the victims, to their families, their loved ones. Bless. Okay. All right. Okay. Definitely dumped stuff, and it's suddenly getting dark again. Okay. Judy. Okay. A wax statue of Sniffy had to be removed from San Antonio's Louis Tussauds Waxworks because it's a Louis Tussauds? Because visitors punched, scratched, and even tried to gouge his eyes out. Will this become a trend? Look, you know I am not a fan. I wouldn't do that. My gosh, why would you? No, that's. I mean, I wouldn't. But yeah, I guess other people would. Hang on, I'll definitely look at that. Two sides. Trump's wax statue. Regularly attacked, damaged. What's the best way to put that? Tucson's wax statue. It's not defiled. Regularly attacked. Regularly damaged. Let's read on that. Okay. Thank you, Judy. All right. And let me see. I've got space for 3 more. Electra saying Meghan claims she's not a Trumpster, but she is. Her husband is. Okay. Let's have a look. Sharon Lee, greetings from Canada. Hello, Canada. Our sane northern neighbors. Angla, it's okay. I'm also feeling bad and I'm thousands of miles away. Bless. Ed, third try. Oh, sorry. Will mainstream media explore that rush at the southern border is GOP inspired and funded? How long will it take for them to pick up on it? Oh, okay. Mainstream media. Pick up. Border crisis. Funded by Republicans. Okay, that'll be number 10. I've got it, Ed. Sorry about the difficulties. Okay, and I've got space for 2 more. Mims, Autumn, Ed's question. Yep, got it. And thank you for helping him. Thank you. Okay, anything else? Guam and Virgin Islands, Shay says. Kashmir, the MyPillow guy is blaming the Trump loss on the devil now. I've never picked up on a devil. I have never picked up that there's a devil. There are a lot of things they try to say they are because they're parasites and they want you to be afraid. They want to feed on that low energy. But I've never. There's darkness. There's compacted energy. That's all I've ever picked up on. Will he ever go away? But blaming, isn't that kind of redundant? Blaming Trump's loss on the devil? We might actually agree on that. Because Trump is the devil. MyPillow. Blaming the devil. for Trump loss. Will he go away? Okay, that'll be number 11. Thank you. Okay. For anything else. And nothing in all caps. Lowell, okay. Social Security, definitely get a, it's 67 for full benefits, Katie's saying. Great. 60, oh, someone else is saying 66. David, you can't receive Social Security retirement benefits until you reach the age of 62. Sherry says it's still at 67. Unless you were born at a certain time, then it's 70. David, you can delay retirement until you're 70, which is past your full retirement age. The actual age is 67, says Patty. Okay. Thank you, guys. Oh, Fox. Will the Fox News people become irrelevant? You mean they're relevant now? That was cute. All right. YouTube just dumped a whole bunch of stuff. Angie, will Texas secede from the union and save us lots of FEMA money for all of their disasters? No. I've read on that repeatedly. And okay, I'm just going to start reading then because, oh, okay, Aaron's son. Oh, I'm so sorry. You guys are getting frustrated. You've got YT again or YT third time. I'm so sorry. I don't have control over this. I really don't. Can you read on Matt Gaetz and his son and if there'll be an investigation? Okay. And will there be an investigation? And if anybody has, by the time we get to number 12, if anybody has any rumors about what the heck's going on there, please let me know because it helps. I know there are some people who they want to give the reader as little information as possible because they want to say, well, you've got to prove what you're doing. I'm not here to prove anything. And the more information you give me, the more likely I can give you a perspective. Because really I'm reading on the collective energy and I'm giving a perspective. That's it. So if we have some different theories, I could go, oh, maybe this or that or that or that. And Jen Lintero just showed up in the chat. That woman is human talent. She is talent personified. Jen Lintero, hello. Okay. So let me grab my cards and get my skates on because we're entertainment only. Yes. Because I'm running a little behind. Okay. We're gonna. Oh gosh, yeah. I'm gonna take this because we're starting with Yolanda. Will Puerto Rico become part of the union? Oh, yep. I talked about that earlier. It will eventually, is what I get. But I did talk about it earlier. If anybody could, please let Yolanda know what I said. I'd appreciate it. And I'm gonna read on E. Jean Carroll. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. Jenlyn, can't wait to read with you and Adrian next week. Oh, great. You're going to be there. Awesome. Yeah, next Monday in a week's time in the evening, 7 o'clock my time in the evening. I'm going to be on Adrian's channel with Jenlyn and I are going to be on Adrian's channel. It's going to be so much fun. I love them. Sorry, I need to take my supplements. So my stomach will stop. I don't know why. I get on camera and my stomach starts growling. I had a big breakfast. I had a croissant. I had a vegan croissant for breakfast. I don't know. Okay. Susie, who is Adrian, so I can subscribe? Oh, thank you for asking. Red Lentil Healing. Adrian at Red Lentil Healing. She is fantastic. And she's so much fun. 36. She's been on here a couple of times. Okay. Jen, Boo-Boos and Kitty and Artie together again. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, sending love right back. All right. Eugene Carroll. Oh, yoy. I've read on this before. Entertainment only. I'm reading on the collective energy. What do I know? But the energy. I believe her completely. 100%. Will she be able to, I'd say, forgive the expression, but in this case, she'll be able to nail him to the wall. Brought to light. Brought to light. I like it. I like that. Hello, Kenya. I find I'm sitting here right now, I'm swearing in my head. That doesn't often happen. But I'm just sitting here and the swear words running through my head right now against him. This is what he did. This isn't even answering the question right now. Does she have evidence? Okay, good. We have more in common, Autumn. Michelle, you're picking up the collective. Oh. Rasslin reads, you are not invisible. All right. My feelings aside, are they gonna is there going to be the DNA evidence? Is the judge going to be able to I know it's just a civil case, but be able to do they still call it convict? I'm sorry. I'm out of it. Greeter, Teresa, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. It was a long time ago. But Beck is here from House of Lenormand. Anyone not subscribed to House of Lenormand, please go there. Do that immediately. Go on. She is so talented. She's doing things nobody else is. It's great. Oh my gosh, I'm angry. I don't normally get angry like this. I am incandescent with rage. Wow. this is good. Okay. I think she's got it. I think she's got it. Catherine Autumn, she has the dress. Yeah, but there's always that worry. Is it still viable? Can they get viable DNA from it, on and on and on? Or, can't. I think they've got it. Because what I've got, they try to say, oh, this happened so long ago. Please. So you can't charge them criminally? I think because the reason I think this is the grossest thing ever, this is women celebrating. This is other cases going forward being able to bring this up. And I'm just like tears. Like, thank you, Teresa. Oh, Catherine, she hasn't worn it since. Oh, I understand. It's just like tears of relief that this unspeakable monster is finally held to something he cannot buy off. Thank you, Kenya. Christine, she's a smart lady. She knew what she was saving. Thank you, Marty. Sharon, and we will celebrate. Yep. All right, I've got good energy. Oh, and I just looked down, and you know how I draw close on the cards? I looked down as I was putting the cards for the reading down. The card sitting right here. It's a dress. I like it. All right, 43. Will gun laws change? Please. Oh, please. Just right. Autumn, fall fashions. Well, didn't Dior just come out with a tarot-inspired collection or something? Thank you, Sue. I was watching the video on YouTube. They had models, and I tell you, my heart goes out to the woman they had doing the hangman. I mean, they had her actually hanging, lifting her up, hanging her. Chad, it was amazing. Yeah, and it's gross. It's really, really everything about our former president is disgusting. Okay. Everything about his energy is bad. All right, will gun laws change? Speaking of bad energy, will our gun laws in America? Thank you, Lo. Biden wants them changed. Oh, very, very strongly. Oh, I don't know what it is today. Things are really, I'm feeling it. Sandy Hook. That's the first thing I felt. It was like Biden, Sandy Hook, and then this card. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you. There may have to be some change at the court level. Honestly, what this feels like is, I mean, obviously, if they change laws, then if a law is enforced, then that would end up in court if someone broke it. But this feels different. This feels like this the manufacturers, and a lot of the manufacturers, it was, big family business, like the Winchester House. Of course, I can't say Winchester anymore without thinking about Supernatural, but um, Sam Dean, Bobby. The families, the dynasty, something changes so that they cannot block. They're not going to go for it's like they don't go for the people who have the guns. They do something about the way the companies are protected, or something about the companies going forward. Is there any more information on that? If you can't do anything about what's already out there, maybe they can get votes to limit what is produced. Does that make any sense? And it's not just limit what's produced. It's something more than that. It's something about, I don't know, breaking up monopolies, or it's something with the family dynasty. I'm probably not making a bit of sense. Aronson, perhaps allowing gun manufacturers to be sued. Something like that. Yeah. Fine. Is anyone else basically going between anger and sadness about what's going on in the world today? Yeah, maybe it's where the moon is. I'm feeling that very much. Let me see if I can get more information on this gun thing, going after the companies, the families. Walking away. In the past, you need people to not walk away. You need enough people to be willing to move forward on this. And you might be able to do it if it's not directly attacking the voting public gun owners, but allow manufacturers to be sued. That would definitely do it. Something like that. Oh, I know people, there are a lot of guns there and ammunition and what have you, but you find the workaround. Okay. Republicans have been letting manufacturers and gun sellers get away with murder for a long time. Just carrying off, no background checks, nothing, just carrying off those weapons. Just big old, go to a gun show, buy a whole thing, just tuck them under your arm, massive automatic weapons, just walk on out to your truck or SUV or something, just throw them in the back. Money. This feels so strongly like the families who own the companies, the manufacturers. And what you put out there coming back to you, your ship coming in. It's like, you want your ship to come in? let's show you what's really on that ship. Not just money. Let's show you what's on that ship. Paula, people also load their own ammunition. Oh, I know, but I'm getting this very strongly. So for what it's worth, that actually, I like the energy around that. It feels very much like a workaround, but it's got teeth. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, 51. All right. Sydney Powell. I had to look it up. She's Sydney Powell was the lawyer, excuse the language, asinine. It's not really a swear word, but some people could take it to mean that. The asinine lawyer who went out there with Giuliani. And she's being sued by the Dominion. Dominion voting machines or something like that. Whichever voting machine company it is, they're suing her. Apparently, she is arguing in court that no reasonable person would have believed what she was saying. So, how's that going to work for you? You are a scary lady. Entertainment purposes only, YouTube, but oh my gosh, you are a scary lady. You live on that drama triangle. Cartman's drama triangle. Actually, no, I take that back. No, I take that back. She's not. It isn't. I'm a victim. It's you have to be mean to get what you want in life. No, you don't. Not even if you're a lawyer. She's mean. She's mean, and being around her would be exhausting. I mean, exhausting. Oh, justice card. That's a card for the reading, so we're in the right area. But let's see. Thank you guys so much for being here. I so look forward to this. It's so much fun here with you guys. All right, Sydney Powell. Belligerent waste of space. She was trying to stir up all this drama to get Trump his victory. Didn't work. Weakened her, got her in trouble. And now she's putting a lid on that emotion. Oh, nobody's. Because if you look closely, there's actually a lid. It's the only cup that has a lid on it. It's putting a lid on this overflowing emotion. No reasonable person would have believed me. So how's that going to work? Is that how's basically? It's not even that argument. Is she going to be held? Is she going to lose the case? Is she going to win or lose the case? Win or lose case. Okay, good. Pamela, when Autumn does her big eyes for stupidity. Joy. So you're going to win or lose your case, Sydney Powell? It feels like multiple. It's either the multiple cases well, we know that she's only one of the people being sued, but there might actually be more than one entity that ends up suing her. Alex Jones had the same defense. Rasslin Reads is saying, someone earlier I just glanced up was saying Tucker Carlson used the same defense. Do these work? Corruption, belligerence, to make a buck. That's an institution which can also be a company. This is sitting pretty. Is this the company? Is this she sitting pretty and the company's over there? Or is the company sitting pretty because she loses? It feels one way, but I'm going to I'm going to ask for some extra cards on that so I'm not getting into my bias. She doesn't care if she's calling the base stupid. She doesn't care, period. She's mean. Just mean. So is this, who's going to win the case? Will she be held accountable for all that emotion she stirred up? This is basically what she did for Trump. This is the bullying. This is him going out and saying, I won. But it doesn't feel like a continuation. It feels like being held accountable for that kind of stupidity. Just kind of what that felt like. But at this point, I'm still going on feeling. It's nothing more than feelings. She's asking for a dismissal, and Joy Life is saying, good luck. Of course she is. I keep getting the same cards. Yes, she's in trouble. That's a suspension for theft. I think she's in for a world of hurt. I don't know if these other people who've used this argument have been successful, like Carlson or what have you, but it feels like she's not going to be. That's what I'm getting. Do check with other readers, because I'm not getting anything good for her with this. I don't know if it's just the sexism, inherent sexism in the Justice Department. Anyone who thinks the justice system isn't sexist, please remember that women couldn't even have their own credit cards until the 70s or 80s, depending. So, Dave, Trump wouldn't like Autumn when she's angry. I wouldn't hurt him. I'd yell at him. I admit, I'd yell. It would be completely useless. He just likes the attention. So it's really not worth doing. Okay, we're 1 minute. We're an hour in. 1:00:30. Meghan McCain. Meghan McCain. Okay, well, is Meghan McCain, is she a Trumpster? Even though she says she isn't. Will she leave The View? Is she a Trumpster? Because apparently her husband is. And will she leave The View? This is going to sound really catty. There's not much there. Energetically, there's Rosalind Reeds, aka my dad. Yeah. Velma's mama. Up to 1984, a woman had to have her father or husband sign for credit. Yeah. Or later. Yeah. There really is not much there. Just conflict for the sake of conflict. That's very Trumpian. Okay, is she a Trumpster? Which wouldn't make sense, but oh no, because even though she agrees with a lot of his vile beliefs, no, this is her job. This is how she makes money, is trying to engender this goodwill. Feel sorry for me. My father was a great man, and I will mourn him forever. Give me attention, give me attention, give me attention. This is her identity. And being on the View or wherever, just when Democrats or reasonable people are making arguments, and no. No, it's part of her, I hate to say shtick, but it's she needs identity beyond. If she could go a month without talking about her father, she needs to be her own person. Will she leave The View? That's not good. I don't know what this is, but I've got justice and trying to stand up for yourself, justice and judgment, and trying to stand up for yourself in the middle of it. Is that just glorified? The thing you have to understand is, when I read on people who are in the entertainment industry or who are artists or who, just go with me. We're not going to get into the argument if she's a performer or not, or that's not what I'm here to argue. I do get catastrophic cards. I start getting catastrophic cards a lot because that's the energy they're dealing in. You know, as a novelist, an actor, you name it. You start getting, it's suddenly a lot of the cards just become death and tower and ace of swords, and it's all of this grandiose, but they're telling stories. That's the energy they're in, and successful artists work a lot. So that's the energy you get when you're around them. So is that just the Sturm und Drang of it all, or was that actually she's going to be in some trouble? Okay, that's a Sturm und Drang card. But let's see. Then I'm basically gonna have to use my intuition on this. She's gonna hang out in there for a while, but eventually I feel like there's a change at the View. Holly Coleman, Meghan McCain, October 23rd, 1984. Scorpio Sun, Aries Rising, the ha. Dang. Libra Moon. Pluto's 2 degrees away from her Sun. Aha. Okay. So you've got all that Scorpio emotional intensity. And you've got an Aries rising. So what she projects forward is that soldier energy. Libra moon will actually make her. That's interesting. That makes me wonder what she is like in private, because I think someone mentioned something about that earlier, because Libras will see both sides of issues until they seem very, very wishy-washy. Or they can. They're also, it's also incredible beauty and things like that. But Libra is the sign of the fashion world as well. So being on TV, doing that thing in her outfits, that would make sense. But Pluto being 2 degrees away from her Sun, a Scorpio Sun, so her sense of self, her Sun, her identity is that death and rebirth, Phoenix energy, that edge of life and death, emotional intensity. Pluto rules Scorpio, so Pluto is power. It rules plutonium, and you can warm a city or you can blow it up and make the area, nobody can live there for 10,000 years. That intensity is blended in with her sense of self, which is already intense. And then she projects it out through that soldier-like Aries, God of War energy. Makes sense. Thank you, Holly. Well, Whoopies is getting ready to lay a Scorpio. Yeah, lay some Scorpio law down on Meghan. Could be. The makeup. It says, yeah. The View itself. What's going to happen to the View itself? Because it's a cesspit. It's this idea of a lot of the celebrity stuff is going away. I think you've all probably you've seen that. A lot of people, the interest in celebrities, it just kind of disappeared about a year ago. And the things like The View, they still do kind of some celebrity stuff, but kind of their most famous point is the political arguments. Their arguments about life based more on your politics. So they're there to stir up trouble, to get people up in their feelings, to give the catharsis of hearing both sides, to be angry at this person and agree with that person, and that's the thing now. That's looking for advertisers, having trouble finding advertisers, being isolated, but also looking closely. How do we find new viewers? I wonder if they're losing viewership, because as the interest in politics is also going to go down here because Trump's out of office. Now, it doesn't for me. I didn't jump on this bandwagon. Pretty much all I was reading on before was politics. So now it was like, hey, let's do it in front of a camera. I don't know what people are still going to need entertainment. So we're going to have to look at that again. We're going to have to go revisit that in future. Have a look at what's going to happen to the entertainment. Let me put that down for tomorrow. Entertainment industry. Entertainment industry. Post Trump and post celebrity gossip. Question mark. That'll be number 1 tomorrow. Okay. 1:11:15. Will the Lincoln Project be disbanded? Will the Lincoln Project be disbanded? Ed saying, I wish that reality TV would shrivel up and vanish. It really only became as big as it did because there was really only so much of it because there was a writer's strike. The writers' union went on strike. Phyllis, the ratings were just as good, if not better, when Meghan was on maternity leave. Post-Trump, she sounds more like her husband and father-in-law. Okay. Needed to shuffle. Will the Lincoln Project be disbanded? I was actually surprised it got as big as it did. I'm glad it did. It did some good during the election, but I'm surprised it got as big as it did because when I remember first reading on Lincoln Project, not good cards. Yeah, that's the vile human being. I'm not going to talk about what this person is said to have done. You can Google it, but if you'd like more details, you can just Google why the Lincoln Project is imploding. They stirred things up. They had counterpoints. They were Republicans who came in and had effectively were saying the same things Democrats were saying, but we're able to lay it out very clearly. Takes one to know one to fight against this Republican. This is the election. This is my card for the election. But Trump's gone, and that was really their strength. And there were even some memes that would have like a toy with a switch on it or something, and it would be like good, evil. And the meme was Lincoln Project the day after the election, good to evil, because they would just switch to Republican stuff and take all that firepower and turn it on Democrats. That was the worry. I don't own a television, but I watch things on screens. Okay. How do I put this? Bad people have done bad things. Okay. I am not a Cuomo fan because I think he did a really good job in very difficult circumstances, and I give him a lot of credit for that. But all this other stuff he did, even just the bullying kind of just being creating this a toxic work area, um, allegedly, if I guess, but just a generally just bullying, let alone talking about things he shouldn't have been talking about at work and being disrespectful. Um, there are other Democrats who could be in that job and not be like that. So um, I'm not a fan. And he allegedly did some things that I'm very much against. The guy in the Lincoln Project, apparently what he did, if he did what they're saying he did, there's really not that much worse you can do in this world. It's on the lowest of the low. You're really, someone's really in there just scraping up the grossest sludge at the bottom of the barrel. That's what you are if you do the things that this person's accused of doing. But why is it that suddenly Roger Stone, the drama king, has free time, and suddenly all this stuff is all over? Why are the things coming out now? I'm finding that curious. Lincoln Project. It's harder to go against Biden. They had their financial backers and whatnot, but there's legal stuff coming up, and they really do not need to be involved in that. I don't think the Lincoln Project is. They're going to go on a long hiatus. It's what I get. Michelle, but isn't it just one guy, not the whole project? Yes, but somehow in the media, the whole thing's being painted with that brush. Funny that. Why that's getting a lot of traction? All right, 119. 15. All right, which will be tackled first, infrastructure or the border crisis? Which will there be actual movements fixing, like legislation and infrastructure, or fixing this border crisis? And then we have another question about the border crisis, so I'll ask that next. And Biden wants to tackle both. It's a huge list. Huge list. Border crisis. If I had like the Three of Pentacles in the center, I would have said infrastructure, but no, this is about the kids. And he is really determined to be kind of a father figure, if that makes any sense. Alice, voting rights first. That would be nice. It wasn't the question, though, so I'm just going by what the question was. But that's what I'm getting for that. Okay. 121. All right. The Social Security retirement age, will it go up or down? Quinoa, is there a money trail leading from the victims back to Stone? Please note I'm not discrediting the victims. I'm curious about the timing, though. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be a money trail back to the victims. It's manipulating the media, which is apparently surprisingly easy to do. Let's make it 121. 45. Social Security. The Social Security retirement age go up or down? Go up or down? We'll have to see exactly what that refers to. Chris, the Conservatives in Canada put the age up to 72, and then when the Liberals got back in power, it was changed back to 65. Thank you for the thumbs up and subscriptions. Thank you. Okay. Social Security. Democrats got in. This might be high hopes. But first of all, there are Republicans they will always be in the way. But this is money. This feels like the issue goes silent. That's not up or down. That's not left out in the cold. It gets countered. I wouldn't say fully blocked, but it gets countered enough. I'm getting silence. I mean, you put those two cards together, it's really quiet. It's really quiet. I mean, any more information? The age to get Social Security benefits, will it go up or down? The age requirement, go up or down? Apparently, I was given the answer. I'm basically being told, you'll like this. I'm basically being told, move on to Trump stuff. That's what I'm being told. We gave you your answer, move on. Because there's stuff coming. It's boiling. It's bubbling up. It's just the bubbles are just beneath the surface. Okay. 125. Okay. All right, we're going to make an assumption here. The question is, will Fox News pundits become irrelevant? We are assuming they are relevant to begin with, but no, seriously. There are people definitely listening to them. Unfortunately, this is a thing. Fox News pundits. Oh, wow. I can smell the fake outrage from here. They're getting mad at they're mad at Biden for the dumbest things. They're taking every little thing and just amplifying it. And it's not working. It's not working. People still like him. Fox News pundits, when you become irrelevant. Well, they generally in any administration or when one party controls Congress and the White House, having the counterbalance voice out there, their ratings usually go up. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Trying to find something else to do. As Trump goes down, they had some legal worries. They've paid some people off that they had to, like some settlements. Then this is Trump. This is the end of his presidency, but the end of his reputation. Stuff starts coming out. But instead of covering the 29 cases against Trump, and actually that's what I heard, or that's what I read the other day, that there are at least 29 outstanding legal issues or some kind of civil or criminal matter involving Trump out there. And once it starts coming out, they're going to talk about anything but, because their people don't want to hear it. So they're going to talk about, water skiing squirrels. I'm getting on Fox. All right, 128. Apparently, instead of Madame Tussauds, it was Louis Tussauds. Was that her son or something? I don't know. There was a wax statue of Trump that was being regularly damaged, punched, hit. So I guess they've taken it down, I think was what was said. I can't quite remember. Trump's wax statue. Hush your mouth. He really is despised. They just can't put it back out. And it's expensive. It keeps getting damaged, and it's expensive to keep fixing it. He's not worth it. Because it feels like the stories are going to really pick up, start swirling. So like put it in a case, so it's on display, but you can't actually go up to it. You can't actually touch it. Like maybe you can. I don't know. But this is keep it out of the way or protected in a case. You know how it's surrounding like her. She's got this around her. Feels like a case because it's as more and more is going to come out and be difficult. On and on. Does rat? I can't repeat that, but it's funny. Okay. This is a very important question. I mean, they're all important, and I'm grateful for them. You guys have great questions. Will the mainstream media pick up on the fact that the border crisis is being funded by Republicans? Mainstream media, instead of, no, Biden's doing something, it's just as bad as Trump. No, he's not. But is mainstream media going to finally twig to, oh, what are the Republicans doing in all this? Oh, where did all this money come from? Katie, they had to pull Trump's star on the Walk of Fame because people kept vandalizing it. Yeah. It feels more, this is a card of a prosecutor, but it actually feels more like persecutor in the sense of the outrage over at Fox. The outrage among Democrats as well. Why does anybody think that Biden's like Trump in this situation? I don't get that, but people are people. Well, eventually things are definitely going to be coming out. Right now, nobody's even thinking that it's being funded by Republicans or pushed along by Republicans or anything. No, it's not even on most people's radar. And this everything against the Democrats, it's the Democrats. Look at that dragon that they're bringing with their democraticness. Oh, look at the ghostly figure. Look at the snakes. Look at the horrible, blah, 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 blah. But this is a decision. And this is, because this is here, this is aggressive law enforcement. This is a decision. This is a matter of time. I think things change the more that comes out. And I know it sounds self-serving because I'm a Democrat, but I just keep getting that there's so much boiling underneath the surface that it's going to turn into years of revelations thing. It's going to take time, but it's just going to keep coming and coming and coming. That's why I think that Democrats are going to do relatively well. Oh, funny, I said Republicans and I went like that. Seek help. Republicans, white supremacists, seek help. Because there's going to be so much still coming out from the trials and the indictments and the subpoenas and the hearings, and there's going to be so much out there against Republicans. It's going to be like, oh, for heaven's sakes. The Republican dynasty, the structure, the institution itself has been corrupted by Putin. And it's coming in a big way to knock your house down. Sword of truth is coming aggressively. This is a sword of truth being carried by this chariot against the fruits of Republican labor. It keeps coming up. But I know I'm a Democrat, so I understand people like, you're biased. I understand people saying that. I'm just saying. That's what the cards are saying. Does rat poke that hairpiece? Oh, don't know. Oh, nay. Do not poke the hairpiece. Horrible things could happen. It might jump off Trump's head. Rah! Thank you for being here, Linda. All right, 1:35:30. Oh, the MyPillow guy. The MyPillow guy is blaming the devil for Trump's loss. Devil. I will say, as a spiritual person, we each have our own experiences. My experiences, there is no devil. There are entities that want you to think they're the devil, because basically the farther down you get from the divine, farther away, we'll just go up and down. The farther away you get, like you get the divine, and then you know the archangels, and you've got these other layer angels and cherub. Then you've got us. You got our higher selves. Then you've got us, and you've got the us on the earth plane, and then from there down, it's you can think of it like strata in soil, kind of, because the farther down you go, the more compact it is. Like this layer's compacted, and then this is even tighter, and this is even tighter. That's that lower the vibration really, 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 really amazingly high, and then where we are, and then darker, darker, darker. It's just compact, dark, 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 and that's it mentally. I just get a picture of spreading. It's big. It's just a big thing. There isn't a. But when you, even at our level, if you can switch into the astral directly surrounding us, there's just a bunch of gunk. We're throwing off hopes and fears, and there are these, energy's sticky, and it forms itself into misshapen things, and it's just gunk. And then beneath that, yeah, you get, Epstein's down there somewhere right now. Well, now Epstein's down there. People like that, they leave these bodies, and their energy's so awful that their physical bodies were actually anchoring them higher up. Their own energy is down here. So when they leave their body, and whoop, but it's not a fiery pit, unless they want it to be, I guess. But so anyway, enjoy life. Not Catholic. Don't believe in archangels or cherubs. Oh, I understand. But anyway, so the MyPillow guy is saying the devil made Trump lose, and I'm thinking, yeah, Trump's responsible for his own loss. So yeah, I guess the devil did make Trump lose. MyPillow guy. He has a name. I keep forgetting it. Seriously, people tell me, and then I forget. And people tell me again, and I forget. It's like, it's right there, but it's not sticking. I dealing with him, it feels like you just want to beat your head against a solid object. Just dealing with him at all. Thank you, Doctor. He was going to be somebody. He was in with Trump. He was in with the president. He was going to be somebody. And a burden, but he was just, it feels like genuflecting to this idiot. It's like there's a bit of land right over here, and he's down on one knee. Ugh. I would go down on one knee in front of Trump, but I think it's because I'd be so queasy. Like, oh. He's still hoping. It's a burden, but he's still hoping it's going to pay off. And he really just worships the ground Icky walks on. I've gone from calling him Sniffy to just Icky. Okay. Oh, and speaking of Icky, 141. Matt Gaetz. Okay, so does anybody know what's the latest gossip about, like, what's the supposedly the deal with Matt Gaetz and his son? Basically, he says that he adopted a boy, but it turns out the boy's like 19 or was or something, and looks a little bit sketchy because he's from one of those let's put it this way, one of those characters Trumpsters cannot tell apart. That's right, pool boy supreme. Matt Gaetz and your quote unquote, what the heck? See, the energy's not clear to me. It's never been clear to me on this. Chris, Jen Lin did a reading on that. It looked like he might be in a relationship with that young guy. David, Gaetz allowed his son, but not adopted, to party in Florida over the weekend, receiving a lot of flack for it. Oh yeah, because he didn't officially adopt him. It just said, he's my son. Crazy town. Yeah, and he still has a family. Gaetz has some seriously confused energy on this. This is going to take me a minute. If you're watching on replay, you're welcome to skip to the end. This is going to take me a minute because maybe I'll have to switch to the son's perspective, because Gaetz, his energy is confused, and I'm not going to bash anybody. I'm not saying anything negative about anybody here, but I'm not going to bash anybody for not being for not being sure what umbrella they're under sexually. And there are many, many, many different umbrellas, but some people, they maybe don't even want to. And he's got some conflict, internal conflict. Gaetz. Gaetz has some big secrets, but he's from this family of Republican politicians. And is his father still alive? Because Daddy would not have approved of anything. Close to he's okay, David, he's anti-gay. It's almost, I don't know, but it's almost like when I picked it up, it was like mommy issues or something, but it was like the two things he has in life, he wants in life. He like loves his mother, and he loves having the influence in the Republican Party that he has. It's like, that's his joy. I don't even know if she's still alive or father's still. I have no idea. But what I've got here is he feels very beaten up, and he's going to be very, very upset. This is right here. That is serious depression. You get this card of worry, can't sleep, sleepless nights with all of these sharp objects hanging above you right there, right next to overflowing emotion. That is an emotional pit, a really ugly emotional pit. I don't know. All right, let's look at it from the sun's perspective. Sun. Enjoy life. Maybe you did a good deed. Give the kid a better life. I don't know. From the sun's perspective. Hang on. Okay, we're talking heavy duty power imbalance. I'm just going to say this: entertainment only. I'm reading on the collective. What do I know? This is false pretenses. This is an offer that's based on lies. This is a massive power imbalance. This is an incredibly unhealthy relationship. But in the end, we have, just like you have this balance, you've got this imbalance here too. And I can't tell which is which. Over here, it was Gaetz first and then the younger person. And here we've got a victory card and someone with money drying up and let me ask for a clarifier, which is which. But massive power imbalance. Very, very sketchy, lies, false pretenses, false making promises, creating just incredible disappointment. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm not going to repeat that. That's a mental image I did not want. Let's put it this way. Here, have some money. Here, have a little. Oh, you go here. Have. Money-based relationship. Although, to be honest, I don't know if I think maybe somebody thought this could be more than just. I think somebody who had a heart got it broken to some extent. Massive power imbalance again. And lo and behold, I've got a justice card. Why do we have a justice card here? Do tell. Righto. What justice is coming for Gaetz? Or is it the kid? Does he, I don't know. Does Gaetz try to stick immigration on the kid, or there's family? Who knows? I wouldn't put anything past Gaetz. Thief card. Let's see what that means. Hello, Wendy. Oh, this energy's nasty. I mean, like, this energy's nasty. Okay, these are Democratic knights protecting the realm. If it's Pentacles, I get Republican knights protecting the realm, and if I get Knight of Wands, it's people who protect Trump. If I get the Knight of Swords, it's usually some form of like aggressive law enforcement. But these are Democrats. This card is starting to feel like one of those great big vaults that's on a timer. It's very firmly closed. You can't break in, but it's starting to feel very much like a big something on the door. Like this is the door to a huge vault. This is some kind of prosecutor. Refusal to work with, but still winning. Magician's still winning in the end. The Knight's still winning in the end. I don't know that it's necessary. It doesn't feel like it's just about this, though. I think, yeah, Gaetz has some problems. David is saying Gaetz took to Twitter recently to quash rumors and announced that he's not gay and that gays were mean. Not as mean as you are, Spiff. Evil Ken doll. All right. That's what I'm getting. That's all I'm getting for today. But tomorrow, first thing, we're going to check on the entertainment industry post-Trump and post-celebrity gossip. I mean, what's going to go on from here? Or is it just going to become, it's like real life Law and Order because of all the cases coming up? Who knows? We'll check tomorrow. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for everything. Really appreciate it. And I'm here every day. I'll be back tomorrow and the day after that, and the day after that. Friday, Lori, Wave Positive Change. We're going to be on Lori's channel at 11 and then here at noon like normal. And Lori's going to come over. And then a week from tonight, we're going to be on Red Lentil Healing. I'm going to be on Red Lentil Healing with Jen Lynn. I'm so looking forward to this. Saturday night, long-suffering patrons, 2 hours from 8 to 10. Saturday night, we're going to get together, and it's basically anything but politics. And it all kind of crazy, fun things come up. And we look at other planets, and we look at Mae West and Orson Welles, and just crazy stuff. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful for you. All right, hang in there, and I'll see you tomorrow.